What's up, guys? Shannon Petrie back again. So we got the Jeep Liberty done, and now we got to focus on my Ford F-150. And being that I had to wait on parts and stuff to come in, I still got to get a couple more solenoids to get it done. I'm just going to replace all the solenoids in the valve body, change out the fluid and filter, and hopefully cross my fingers and that'll fix it. But what I went ahead and did, because I was down a vehicle and my wife's getting back soon, and we're always running into the problem of my wife not having a vehicle to drive when I need the truck, because she can't drive my little sports cars, and they're too low to the ground, she'll tear them up. So I went out and I ended up purchasing me another vehicle. What I got me is a 2008 Ford Expedition Limited, and pretty pleased with it. It's pretty nice. It's got everything. It's fully loaded. It's got the nav, touch screen. It's got the DVD player for the kids. It's got surround sound in it. It's pretty cool. I enjoy it, and I think my wife will enjoy it a lot too. And making road trips to go see family and whatnot, my wife can chill out. It's got dual AC system, front and rear, and they can sit in the back. It's got third row seating back there, and they can watch DVDs and stuff, so I don't have to hear, are we there yet, all the time. But I'm pretty pleased with it. I got a really good deal on it, and it's a low monthly payment, so I decided I'd go ahead and get it. Yeah, it affects my budget towards my shop a little bit, but it is what it is. We need it. Just in case the transmission is indeed bad and needs a rebuild, that's gonna have to wait a little while if it does need that. And this is what it is. I went ahead and made the call and got it. It's pretty nice. It's black on black, exterior, black leather interior, and it had 119,000 miles. Got the tinted windows in it already. The very back third row seats folded down, and they fold electrically. Even the back door on the hatch is electronic as well. You just push a button, it comes up, push a button, it closes. So it's pretty good. It's a ultimate family whip, and I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger on it and get it, and so I did. But now I'm on my way to the shop, and I gotta get the other two solenoids, and if I get them today, I'll go ahead and start doing the solenoids on the transmission. If not, I'll probably have to wait for tomorrow to get the solenoid packs. The other two, I got the shift solenoids, but I don't have the EPC solenoid or the TCC solenoid. EPC is the electronic pressure control solenoid. That's what the transmission pressure is controlled by the computer. The TCC is the torque converter clutch solenoid. That controls the clutch locking when you first accelerate from a stop to multiply torque. And of course your dual shift solenoids, which controls your upshift, downshifts in the transmission. So that is the solenoids I'm going to replace all in all, so it's all new. And put new fluid, new filter, and hopefully she runs after that, because I like to get things moving on, get the Datsun started, and that'll be pretty soon. So just sit back, relax, enjoy the video of me fixing the transmission, then we'll get back to the Datsun and we'll get that thing started pretty soon. So here's what the exterior of it looks like. It's got the paint match front grille and bumpers, the step going into the doors, 20-inch rims on it, tinted windows. You know, like I said before, you come back over here, you hit the button, it raises up electronically. The seats fold up, fold down electronically. Here's my dual shift solenoid, the Mercon 5 with the transmission takes. Right there's a subwoofer in the back for the entertainment center that drops down. The screen drops down, DVD player. I can control everything from the front touch screen for the DVD player, as well as my kids or whoever's in the back watching the DVD, they can control it as well. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, and you push this button, get out of the way, sensor detects that you're out of the way, it lowers. This is what it looks like inside. Nice and pretty. I like the dash. I think the dash is really cool. And then, you know, you got your knob controls and everything for the back with the AC system and the temperature adjust. So I think it's a pretty cool macked out family whip, and my kids love it. And we're gonna be taking a road trip to Louisiana next weekend to go see my family. So it's perfect time for us to take it out on the road, and my kids enjoy it. It's got front and rear disc brakes on it. It's the 5.4 engine in it with the 6-speed transmission, so I'm pretty pleased with it. Alright guys, I got the F-150 up on the lift. Got the support stands on each end. Keep it nice and stable. I always like having it nice and stable with heavier vehicles. It's the pan I'm going to remove right here. It's 14 bolts. Drop it. Cool thing about the transmission gaskets from Ford, they're reusable, and I've done it on another vehicle and they'd still seal. The factory says they are reusable, and I confirmed that, so I'm going to use the factory gasket to seal the pan back again. I'm going to take these 14 bolts off, drop the pan, take off the filter. That'll expose the wiring harness. It's like a plastic bracket that connects all the solenoids together. It is got the wiring inside the plastic bracket, so I'm gonna pull that off. Then that will expose the solenoids. I don't have the EPC solenoid. I have the TCC and the dual shift solenoid. Those are the ones I'm gonna replace. And I don't think the EPC solenoid is the problem, because I still have pressure. It just skips to like 3rd gear. So that makes me believe that one of the solenoids in the shift solenoid pack is out. And just for added assurance, I'm going to swap out the TCC solenoid too. If I was to want to change out the EPC, I'd have to wait another couple days, and I really don't think that's the problem. So, and I don't even think the TCC is bad. I'm just doing it just because it was available, the part. And I'm going to swap it, put the pan back on, and go ahead and refill it with transmission fluid and start it and see what happens. And also, when I take the pan off, it'll allow me to see if there is any problem, like in the transmission, as far as you know, metal flakes and broken parts and all that stuff. So let's get this thing going. Well guys, I got chunks in there. That ain't good at all. So I need to inspect it more and see if I can find what went wrong with it. But I thought it would be just dirty fluid, but that don't look good. Well guys, my worst fear has come true. The transmission is foobarred. So I already ordered a master rebuild kit. I was gonna do a reman, but reman costs too damn much money. I'm not all about spending a whole freaking bunch of money when I know I can do things myself. So I'm gonna be pulling this transmission apart, taking it off the vehicle. You can see the metal fragmentation, sorry, just hanging off the bracket right there. I was actually That's actually particles of it. Mission. I can't believe it gave out the way it gave out. It didn't give me no warning, no nothing. It just gave out. And I mean, the noise it was making, I was kind of hoping it would just because it wasn't getting pressure to the circuits it needed, but obviously it was making that noise because it broke. But we're gonna pull the transmission, we're gonna tear it apart. I'm gonna tear the whole transmission down, I'm gonna rebuild it, new clutch packs, new accumulator seals, valve body gaskets, you name it. I'm gonna go through the whole thing, rebuild it, put it together, put it in the truck, and get it running again. So it's a good thing I bought another vehicle. Alright guys, an opportunity has come up that I cannot pass up. Oh, hold on real quick. Hello?
Are you at the house?
Yeah, I had to stop by and get my camera real quick. Okay, so an opportunity has came up. I did not plan on buying another vehicle, but I'm not going to reveal it just yet, but it's kind of hard to pass up. I showed Joseph. Joseph freaked out when he saw it, right?
Yeah.
I have a lot of pieces to make this thing happen real quick, so we're on our way right now to go look at the vehicle, and hopefully we can strike a deal, and then you guys will be watching me put another car together real soon. And it should be a quick deal to put together, being I have a lot of the stuff. And that's all I'm gonna tell y'all for now. So I'll see y'all maybe at the guy's house, maybe at my shop. I haven't decided yet. Depends if the guy's all, you know, sketchy about me filming around him. So we'll see how it goes, but you guys will see later on in the episode. Alright guys, I went ahead and I struck a deal and I got the car. I paid a whopping $400 for this shell. So without further ado, here it is. A 2000 BMW 328 Ci. And I bought this thing because I've been having a E46 M3 swap sitting in my garage forever. I have everything I need to swap that motor into this car. I was gonna put the S54 engine into my E36, but I daily it so much right now, and I just said what the hell. Now my intentions with this car, I have no idea. Maybe a drift car, maybe just a fun little scoot around town and blow the doors off of people's car. It looks like it's got a carbon fiber hood, but actually it's painted, so that had got me fooled on the ad. He said he painted it, but I speed read through it and I thought it was a real carbon fiber hood. But when I went to pull it, looking at it, because it was already propped up, and I looked at it and it was metal underneath, I was like, wait a minute. But yeah, it fooled me. But yeah, I mean, it's a good starter car to start with. I think there's potential there inside of it here. It's rough. I mean, the body, it's fixable, but it's rough. But I mean, it's $400 I bought it for. Clean, clear title. Can't beat it. The side skirt's damaged. I mean, that's no big deal. I can get some M3 covers, M3 bumper covers. But the main thing is E46 chassis, and my swap will bolt right into this bad boy. And it won't take much money at all to get it up and going. So I thought for the money, why not? He had rinsed it off with water. That's why it's got all the freaking tree debris on it. But it is what it is. So what do you guys think? Leave it in the comments. What do you think I should do with this car? I'm undecided yet. The S54 motor is going to go in, and I don't know yet what I'm going to do with it. But I am swapping that motor in, and I'm probably just going to have a cheap little fun get around town car in it, huh, Joseph?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that would go for it.
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Just no intentions, just swap it in because and
Just roll it.
and just roll it. Yeah.
It's a
All
cheap car.
It's a cheap car. I've been having a swap sitting in my corner of my shop for a year and a half now. What's that?
Spider.
We got us a little
Little
visitor.
visitor.
Well, this is his home. Is he alive? Oh yeah, he's alive. But cool. There you have it, guys. E46, two-door standard car, perfect swap candidate for my motor swap. Is going down. Probably gonna throw a cheap paint job on it, throw some M3 fenders on it, throw some cheap wheels on it that look better, stance it out a little bit, let her rip, baby. So me and Joseph, we've been going over the car, man. We're laughing and joking, man. Like this thing is pretty funny though. There's some bolts, some clamps to clamp down the front springs so it can get that low rider effect. Let's give it a bounce, Joseph. I mean the shocks. Oh, there's nothing there on the shocks. The back as well. I mean, these are all parts that I'm gonna replace anyway, but the shocks, they're gone. I guess he heated the springs and that's what happened on that. But man, I was looking over through the interior, guys, and it's, the more I look, the rougher it is, you know. I mean, granted, I bought it for $400. It's no big deal. Like, check this out. This is the sunroof. All right. Now check this out. It's not supposed to leak, right? Here we go. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. There you go. It's broken. Damn thing's broken. So that's gonna come out. I'm gonna put a cap on it. They make caps that fill that. Interior and everything looks rough. I mean, it's been leaking in here from the ceiling. So I'm thinking project race car. I'm thinking shell the damn thing out, at least from the back part on, and make it light as I can be, and throw that M3 engine in it, and just make it a fast little, fun little type race car theme, I guess. Race car theme. That's what it is. But the more I look at it, the more I'm like, And I'm real nitpicky, and I don't want to invest a shitload of money in this. The swap, I mean, once I'm done with the car, I could take the swap out and save it. I mean, that's not an issue. Just looking at what I can do with this $400 car. And I don't want to spend a shitload of money in it. So the cheapest way would be rip the interior out, get some decent coilovers, some better looking wheels, and just put the swap in, get it running, and maybe later I might do just shoot it with a paint, just a basic paint job. It just takes my time, that's all. Not a whole lot of money to do that. I'm looking here, looks like there's some Bondo work right there, and also on the other side right there. But I mean, it's $400, guys. So I have a M3 rear trunk lid. It's gonna be fun. And then pull up on the side of people and they're gonna think, oh, he's got a piece of shit BMW, he thinks he's fast, and then I give it to him. Yeah, even the trim right here, I mean, I guess it was because it was that plastic wood grain, he painted over it. It's all bubbled out. I don't know if that's from the temperature getting to it. Man, this thing's hideous right here. I don't like it. If we can't find a trim piece for this, we'll just strip it, sand it, and just shoot it.
Different colors.
Color, yeah. Alright, as you already know, I got that E46 $400 shell. but it's rough. It needs a couple things. Joseph said he's been out at Cherry Avenue, which is a pick-apart place local over here, and he told me that they have E46s over there, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can find a couple things over there. Just gonna check it out, see if I can find anything I need that'll be cheap. That way I could buy it and have it for the car. I'm mainly looking for a side skirt for the driver's side because that one's tore up. Hopefully I can find that and pop the hood. Look for like little cover panels and stuff for the fuse box and ECU, and just look a couple things over and check it out, see what they have. So I'm on my way to the pick apart and we'll see what they got here in a few. Okay, so I found a 3 Series like my M3, but this isn't an M3. I was needing a ballast resistor for the AC clutch, and looks like they have one down in there. I don't have a hood prop, but they have a ballast for the AC clutch in there. So I'm gonna rob this real quick and move on and see what else I can find that would be E46. Oh, looks like an E46 right there. Heck yeah, I'm probably gonna grab trim out of that, maybe the mirror. Hopefully I could get a side skirt, and I'll see what other little things I could pick off of that one. But that's a sedan. I don't think the side skirt's gonna be the same. But yeah, probably the dash trim looks pretty good. I'll probably rob that, and we'll see what else we can get out of that. So I'll be back to y'all in a minute. I gotta pull this part. All right, I made it back from the pick apart, and I didn't film much because I found a coupe, the same like color as the one I bought, and it was so freaking hot. I was burning up out there, sweating my balls off, so I just said screw it, I'll film it when I get back. But I got a side skirt that I needed. The paint is real close to the paint color that's on it, so that's great. Score on that. The trim pieces that were all painted funky, I ended up finding a sedan. I believe the dashes are the same, but I got all the trim pieces off of that right there, and I'm gonna clean them and paint them aluminum color and put those in. I found some exhaust hangers since they got that ghetto exhaust system on the car. So rear exhaust hangers I got some lift chocks that go underneath the side skirts. There's 2 I was able to pull off. I got the ballast assembly for the AC clutch for my E36. I got a whole bunch of side skirt clamps and clips and these special rivets. I was able to save most of them, so I got all that. But yep, I think it was an okay trip. I wasn't expecting to get what I got, so it was a good trip. I only spent 15 bucks because I hid the rest of my stuff in my toolbox. And they didn't check it, so that's good. And turns out the problem with the transmission was I had one bearing fail inside the worst place, the planetary gear set. Back there's a flat bearing like this that sits back there. That bearing broke, and all the needle bearings dispersed everywhere, and it took out pieces of gearing throughout the transmission, like here, and it also got locked up inside the planetary gear set. I can't get it out, and then a lot of the teeth in the gear set is chipped. So I started researching how much it would cost in parts, a rebuild kit, planetary gear set, a hub with the gear, and turns out it all comes out to be almost $1,200. I can go and get a reman for $1,500, my cost. 3-year warranty, unlimited mileage, so that's a no-brainer. I'm just gonna buy a reman and install that. I'll film that, but I'm gonna take some time off this weekend. It's gonna be a long weekend off, 4 days in total. I'm gonna go down to visit my family for family reunion, and then when I come back, I'm gonna have the transmission in for the F-150. I'm gonna install that, put the transfer case back on it, put it back in the vehicle, get that going. Then I'm gonna get back to getting a Datsun going, and in between the Datsun, I'll be farting around with my my cheap 3 Series E46. It's right here, right there. That's the side skirt that I need. It's hanging, it's all messed up. But I'm gonna mess around with that and just kind of go through my S54 swap, which is crazy. I got a $400 car that I'm about to put a freaking, you know, $8,000 to $9,000 swap in. If you were to buy the motor and transmission separate, that's about seven-ish, 8-ish for a harness, ECU, engine, transmission, key tumbler, gauge cluster, everything to make this thing turnkey I have for the car out there. And shouldn't take me too long, but I'm just gonna start putting the engine into that body. I'm not gonna like kill it all in one weekend, but I'm just gonna start doing the things like that and getting it ready. And it won't take me long to get that running in that car, so that's what I'm gonna do. I want to get that engine running and work out all the kinks with it so it's a good running engine. Ran fine whenever I took it out of a broken vehicle, but the vehicle's T-boned really bad. But I'm gonna take that one out and take it off the stands. I'm gonna put it in that car outside, get everything plugged in, get it cranked and running. I mean, I even got the fuel pressure regulator assembly and everything for that thing. Here's all the body bolts and chassis bolts and everything from the donor car. So like I said, when I saw that car for $500, I talked them down to $400. I was like, well, shit. I looked at the interior, it's crap, so it's gonna be kind of like race car style. And just go fart around in it and enjoy it and fill the power out, get the engine running reliable, make sure everything's good on it. For later on, whenever I'm ready to swap my E36, that's the engine that's gonna go in my E36. And then when it's ready, I'll just take it out that body and get rid of the body. But yep, that is the deal. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this video. It ain't about much mechanic work. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys on the next episode.